Is it permissible to face the grave when making dua for its occupant, for the deceased? This depends on the intention. If your intention, which is the norm for people visiting graveyards, is to make dua for the deceased, ask Allah for forgiveness for the deceased, ask Allah to expand His grave for the deceased, then it doesn't matter where you face. Whether you face the qiblah, whether you face the qabr, it's all alike. Because the Prophet ﷺ, after concluding burying one of his companions, he used to tell the companions, who were alive of course, ask Allah for forgiveness for your brother and ask Allah to make him steadfast as he's being questioned now. So the Prophet ﷺ ordered them to make dua for him, but he did not tell them to face the qiblah, which means it's not necessary. But there are people who do not follow the sunnah, who are ignorant of the authentic and correct and pure aqeedah. So they may go to cemeteries and to graveyards to make du'as for their own selves, seeking the blessing of the location, thinking that this person is venerated to them. So making dua next to his grave is most likely to be answered quickly by Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is an innovation. This is totally prohibited with this intention. And it can be means of shirk. It can be means of shirk. Though you're not calling the deceased, the one who's in the grave, but thinking that this is a blessed area and Allah would answer, and you're making dua for your own self, seeking the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is an innovation. If this is the case, facing the grave is prohibited totally. Because for du'as for yourself, you have to face the qiblah. Facing the grave which you think that the person buried there is venerated and glorified and has a status with Allah Azza wa Jal, this is not permissible at all.